So if you remember, about 3 weeks ago, there was a big news that the bridge on Mississippi River on I-40 was shut down due to corrosion. Bridges are very well known and documented. It's a metal, so the metal can get corroded. So let me see if I can show you a new picture. So if you can see this picture here, shows that the bottom of this bridge, I'm not sure which bridge this is, was corroded. Now, corrosion is a chemical reaction. So to learn more about the chemical reaction, let me switch to a different picture that I have here for us to work on. So if you look at this picture, to work on chapter 3, so chapter 3 is really where we're going to learn about the chemical reactions. And a part of that is actually this corrosion. So corrosion came from basically making iron oxide, iron 3 oxide. So if you make Fe2O3, which is the iron 3 oxide. So this is a molecule, and also it comes from a reaction between iron and oxygen, water, etc., etc. So all those chemical reactions that I've drawn here, very complex actually. It's in chapter 3. But to be able to do chapter 3, we really need to know chapter 2. So in chapter 2, we're going to learn atoms, molecules, ions. Very simple things, but necessary. We need these concept, understanding to go to chapter 3. So in chapter 2, we're going to learn about iron, metal. Iron 2 plus means lost 2 electrons. Iron 3 plus, water. Iron hydroxide, iron 2 hydroxide. My parenthesis wasn't good, so I redrew it. Iron 3 hydroxide. So all this is good. But before even learning these, we need to go back to chapter 1. In chapter 1, we learned the concept, the basic concept of material, iron. We learned the energy, the measurement. For example, there is a measurement, you might be able to talk about it, how you detect corrosion on the bridges. It's a big thing. All people engineers spend hours and hours on a routine basis, check the bridges to make sure that corrosion is not severe. And from that, we learn the irons and we learn the reaction of the iron. And then later on, we learn how to prevent this corrosion. So the bridges stay put and we can drive or walk on it. So again, the learning for me is we cannot really jump to chapter 3. We have to go from 1, learn that, go 2 and 3. We also cannot forget what we learned chapter 1. We have to retain that. Then we go to chapter 2, retain that, 3, and then remember we have 10 chapters in this class to learn. And I'm always here to help. Thank you.